Hey Liz, it's Carla. I hope you're doing great. I wanted just to go over quickly the dining reservations that I made yesterday. Everything went pretty well. We got almost everything. There were a couple that were a little bit off on time, which isn't a surprise, unfortunately, just because some of them are just super popular. So even making them at the first available window, sometimes things are booked quickly. But that all being said, I think we have a pretty good amount of options to choose from. Also, please know that on your app, you can try to modify times, you can add things, delete things. I always tend to make a couple extras, and then it's easy for you to delete them rather than us necessarily worrying about trying to add them. But also, as I'd mentioned, check that about 48 hours before you guys get there and then kind of keep checking on and off. So if there's something you really wanted that isn't on the list or maybe a different time, you will see people drop the options and then you might be able to snag one. Okay, so starting off, you can see you guys are all linked here with your reservations. You can always check to your confirmation number is here. It shows your arriving art of animation. We did make the change to the Finding Nemo suite, so that has been updated. That first day, you're going to have dinner that night at the Contemporary. That's going to be at Chef Mickey's. That is Mickey, Donald, Goofy, Pluto, Minnie, and sometimes Daisy. But it's a really fun one. The kids can ride the monorail, so that's a nice activity. What I would suggest is utilize the bus to Magic Kingdom, and then you guys either can walk over or take the monorail over. And then heading on to your next day, you have Magic Kingdom. You will be there. It shows always your hours, which is really helpful too. And then at that point, you can also see there's your park passes for Magic Kingdom for 4 guests because again, Caleb, even though he's on the reservation, he doesn't show up for the park passes. He does, though, however, show up in your dining because in that specific thing, it doesn't matter age. They need to know it in terms of capacity for the restaurant and for the table planning. But there is no Be Our Guest breakfast always available. So I did the Be Our Guest lunch. Now that's a much more formal meal, so I don't know if you would want that or not. That's totally up to you. We can change it however. If it's not your thing, you can just cancel it. I did go ahead also and just make a really early dinner reservation. So if you decided that Be Our Guest was not the option you'd like to pursue, the plaza is super fun, very cute, has all kinds of ice cream sundaes and just sandwiches, things like that. So there's a couple options there for whatever you feel would fit best for you guys. Now, one of the things that I wanted to go ahead and make a reservation for, and again, you can cancel this at any point, is Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. Now, Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique is at Magic Kingdom, and that's basically the princess transformation. There's all kinds of different packages you can do with it, and they can do hair, nails, everything. So if you would prefer not to do this, very easy. We just cancel that reservation right there on the app. But if you do want to do this, it can be hard sometimes to get that timing later. So there are right now appointments for both your girls at 5:55. Then next day, we've got Epcot. You can see we've got our park passes showing up right after all the hours. And then also just as a reminder, there's always early theme park entry for anybody who is an on-site guest, which you guys are. For lunch that day, I went ahead and made a reservation via Napoli. It's always a favorite. They have this open kitchen, so you see them like throwing the pizza dough and everything. Very fun. Now, Akershus, I know is the one that you had hoped to get. Unfortunately, the only time that I could get available anytime from when they open until when they close, basically, well, there was times later, but anytime that they're available earlier, 7:30 was the earliest slot I could get. So I know that would be really late for you guys. So I think that that's going to be one of those times where either maybe we think through, since Epcot tends to not open that early anyway, maybe this is when we want to try to plan to be a little bit later at, or we keep looking to see if that will pop up as an open reservation opportunity earlier in the day. So I just wanted to tell you that. Again, you don't need both of these, but if for some reason you're just like, we just can't do this time, I wanted to make sure that there's a backup in place. Okay, Wednesday, we have a free day. You have dinner at Ohana, which is at the Polynesian. That again, same thing. Take the bus to Magic Kingdom, and at that point, you can either take the monorail, usually is the quickest, or you can take a little ferry boat they have that connects Magic Kingdom over to the Polynesian. It's at 4:05, a touch earlier than probably planned, but that was the best timing they had available, so I grabbed that. Thursday, we head back over to Hollywood Studios, heading back to the parks again. We've got your park pass reservations. And then I have at Hollywood and Vine, it's another character meal, mini seasonal dine. I know you didn't have one picked for this. And so what I wanted to give you was, again, just the option. We can easily cancel. But again, very cute, Minnie, Daisy, Donald, Mickey. And the thing about this, it's nice too, is it also gives you a preferred seating area into Fantasmic. So if you decided you wanted to see that show, you guys would have an option to be able to access that. Now, you also could just go to the meal if you wanted to and never go to the show. So that's totally open. It just gives you as many choices as possible. Heading on into Friday, final day at Magic Kingdom, we have our park pass again. And then I also did a second option for Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. So if you'd rather do it later, as far as in the week, and you want an earlier time, this is an option for 12:20 p.m. Also, then we have the dinner at Cinderella's Royal Table. So it might be fun if the girls were able to get all dressed up and everything else, and then you guys would have dinner. Again, that is 100% up to you. I just want to try to make sure that you guys have as many choices available as I can give you. Finally, checking out on Saturday, I wasn't sure what time your flights were, so I did make a reservation. This is at Beach Club Resort. You could easily take the Skyliner right up to this resort, and then it's maybe a 5 to 10 minute walk from the Skyliner. And they have Cape May Cafe breakfast. Again, that's sort of a Mickey mini breakfast. It's a beach theme one, which is super cute. So sometimes that can be a fun way to end the trip as well. Not at all necessary. Cancel it if you would like. So that is the current itinerary. Also, I will go ahead with the double stroller, and let me know if I can help in any way. If you have questions about the transfers or about anything else, I'm here and always happy to help. Hope you're doing well, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks.